So here we are in Madison, Wisconsin. I was on a little one night mini vacation with my family, and I was able to do a little night street photography, which I don't get a chance to do very often. I've never done in Madison before. So I'm actually heading out. Our hotel was a couple blocks away from the main street, the busy street in Madison. It's called State Street, and it's very near to the Capitol, so you'll see the Madison Capitol building coming up in a little bit here. So I'm heading towards State Street, the busy street, and I noticed on the right here, this bus stop, there was a guy hanging out in there. I'm getting my camera ready. I'm using Prime, so I have two camera bodies, so you'll see me with my wrist strap a couple times in the video as I'm kind of changing cameras here. But because I have a Prime lens and I was too close, I had to back up into this little spot and kind of frame him waiting at the bus station. First I was thinking black and white, but I like the color quite a bit as well. So now I am heading towards State Street, and around the corner here to the left is where State Street kind of begins. But I saw the Capitol building. It's always lit up very nicely at night. You can see it from miles away. And I put the autumn tree kind of in front of the dome. I took some shots with the dome in focus, and then I took some shots with the tree in focus and the dome out of focus. So I kind of played with depth of field and things like that. So now I'm actually going to head down State Street. And the thing about all these streets by the Capitol is that you'll get to a corner and there will literally be 5 or 6 streets that all kind of meet in the middle. It can be kind of hectic. So the big theater on the right is the Orpheum. You'll see that later. But that obviously is kicking out a lot of light. But I see this guy reading a newspaper here, and just really cool from the back with the side lighting. And the way he's angled and holding the newspaper was just a really neat shot here. Especially in black and white. It turned out quite nice. So I'm checking the back of my camera. I know I've got a winner, so I'm going to keep trudging on down here. This is a couple nights before Halloween. So you might see some oddly dressed people. So here I'm getting my my smaller lens out, my 33 Viltrox, and I see this guy across the street by that light off to the right there, and so I'm kind of setting this up already. I'm hoping he will stay there, and I'm just going to hang out by this concrete pillar. I see some people in costumes walking. I take a couple shots of them, not because I thought it was a great shot, but the guy across the street, I wasn't sure if he was kind of checking me out or not, so I got a couple nice verticals. I love the lighting, the architecture, he's got his hood on, you got the Stop and Shop sign lit up, and the people walking by, just again really nice black and white. So I've actually reached the end of State Street. I decided to turn around and head back to the hotel. There's a little mini Target on the left, and I've never noticed this before on State Street, but I noticed this little alley here kind of, and I didn't realize, but there were stairs that like lead down to some sort of nightclub or something, and I just love the vibrancy of the sign. There's actually a person in that little window underneath those eyes, but you can't really see him. So I got that, which is kind of neat, and then I'm gonna head back to the hotel here, and this is a Friday night, and I was kind of thinking it would be a little busier, but the Badger football team was not playing this weekend. They had a bye, and so I knew, once I realized that, I figured it wasn't going to quite be as busy, even though Halloween was a few days away. So, but there was still enough going on, still great lights, and still people walking around in costumes. But I was with my wife earlier, and I got some shots there. So let's take a look. These are a little bit before night, and this woman in the coffee shop with the green hair is just great, kind of framed by these light strands and things like that. Thought that was really neat. And then this is kind of Edward Hopper-ish to me. It's just, you know, the 1-point composition, the dark outside but the bright inside, the colors. And I kind of wanted the tree to be the dividing line. You know, you've got the worker on the left side of the tree, and then the patrons on the right side, and everything is just kind of squared up quite nice. I really like the colors, and just kind of something different. I don't really have much like that. Here's that newspaper guy. I was across the street this time earlier, and really liked the way he was just sitting there with his legs crossed, and he's, you know, I wanted to wait till there were some people walking by to make it seem like, you know, you've got people doing other things, but he's just kind of hanging out, you know, reading the newspaper. Again, just very nice in black and white. This is heading, you know, back to the hotel. There's the Capitol Dome, and there's the Orpheum, the very famous theater. It's got a lot of stories about how haunted it is. One of the oldest theaters in Wisconsin. Just the people at the bottom, you know, try to frame it with some architecture and things on the left, and then the street post on the right. So just nice colors, nice dome there. This is maybe my favorite shot that I took of the night. This was just a hair before it got really dark. It's probably like dusky light, and just this guy with the brightly colored outfit sitting in front of this, you know, bright red church door reading. Was just a really cool shot. My wife actually saw that and pointed it out, and I quick grabbed a shot before he looked up. So so that was my little journey downtown Madison at night. It was you know, I don't do a lot of night stuff, and I definitely never did anything in Madison, so it was fun. I hope you enjoyed that little venture down State Street in our capital here in Wisconsin, in Madison. Check out my links below. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. We'll see you soon with another video. Thanks, and bye-bye.